day woman, woman, woman in every way. Yeah, yeah, I'm living my life, living day by day. Yeah, yeah. Are you in
Welcome to Every Way
woman?
Woman. There are some major changes happening in the talk show world.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Every Way Woman.
Welcome back to Every Way Woman. There are some major decisions that go into creating a talk show. And the two of you had the decision of the cast. How did you make that choice?
It was the easiest.
The women.
Yeah, in some ways
easiest
it was
choice?
really easy. Usually, Yolanda and I knew sometimes within the first 10 seconds.
Yes.
First impression is everything.
First
Yes.
impression is everything, because we already knew what we wanted in the discussion leading up to, the show.
What is it
type
that
of
you
host.
wanted?
We wanted women on the panel that were not celebrities. We wanted women that other women can relate to, because originally it was real women, real stories, real issues, a show for women, about women, and by women.
which everybody is using now.
But
Exactly.
you know what I think is so beautiful is that we are all real women, but every one of you is successful in their own right.
Different.
And I truly find you inspiring, even though I know the real stories, okay? And it's still, you've all taught me so
And
much.
that's really what it's about, to inspire other women.
And to create a community for women where we could talk about real things.
Yep, and you never know when you're casting. We did an open casting. It was in Burbank at a restaurant, and we did a casting. And here comes in Stacey Lewis, Miss Conservative, turtleneck up there in the it was, I think it was like March.
Right, yes, and dress
All
all
the
the
way
way
down
down.
here.
Was she carrying her Bible?
Yes,
Because I
just
would
like
not
this.
be surprised.
And I don't wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup in 20 years.
Right,
That
yeah.
was Stacey at the time. And how far she have come since then. But we're going through the interview process, and we're asking these questions. We realize she is the perfect mom that we're looking for. And then because we wanted women not to just be diverse culturally.
Right, and we also wanted to have them lead diverse lives as well. And I connected to Stacey right away. I was going to be a mom soon, and she was a mother, working mom, 2 kids. She's a primary caregiver for her children and for her husband.
Devoted wife.
Yeah, and it was funny because Stacey is never afraid to tell you who she is, and I like that about her. And that's why I related to her, because she comes in, she's like, you know what? I'm a conservative.
And she doesn't apologize for who she is as well. And there are several things that we looked for that all of you have, that all of the co-hosts have. And one of them is that all of you move from here. All of our co-hosts moved from here. And that was important for us.
I remember when I first met Stacey, me and her, I hold her dear to my heart, because first off, I met her at her home. We had a rehearsal there. But she was so open about, a certain topic that was brought up, which was molestation.
Yes.
And not knowing, that it had happened to me too, or maybe knowing, but nobody really shared it. It really worked as therapy. And,
Right, yes.
and I looked at her as my therapist, and all you guys.
And that's the whole point of the show. We cannot cast women that other women can't relate to.
Right.
Only way our show is going to be successful is that all the women actually are willing to open up and share
And
their
that's what
stories.
Yes, and
beautiful
care
about it.
other women
Yes.
as well. All of you have a quality where you care about other people. And that was really important to us, not just about yourself, but about your community, about getting out
But
to
ladies,
the community.
don't get us wrong. We don't always get along. There's a difference of opinion here.
Because we're women, of course,
And
we're
we have
women.
different opinions, and
But going back to Jesslyn, let's talk about Jesslyn. She is the most humble person I have ever met, and she's the most giving, and sometimes too giving. And very
To a fault,
humble.
I'll admit that.
But-
I give to a fault.
And there's things about Jesslyn I love. She's really funny, and she is very giving. But I remember the first time I saw her on camera, and I remember the guys coming out and saying, do not let her get away. And I was like, I don't plan on to.
Right, yeah.
So that was really great. And just to know that she's there. Because we've had a lot of great women come and go, which is great.
Yes.
A lot of women grown the show. We've had every ethnic background.
Right. And we have great speakers and we have great guests.
Everyway Woman has evolved for years.
But we struggle in one category. We could not find the Latina that we needed. And it was so funny because we're in Los Angeles. I'm like, oh my God, why can't I find this woman?
Right.
So one day I'm opening my email and I go, I know Gina, she's
Gina.
Gina has sent me. She said, I got this woman for you. Her name is Anna. I said, okay. And I had other stuff going, so I really wasn't paying attention. So this email comes, and this big picture comes up of this Latina. And I said, I emailed her back. I said, are you auditioning for the show? I forgot why she was coming on the show, and she was so perfect. And I remember when she came in for the audition, and I was like, I'm just going to tell you what to say.
nervous.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what to do because you already got the part.
Right. But what we really love about Anna is that you don't represent a stereotype.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what was a little frustrating for Yolanda and I, is getting away from the stereotype. We aren't stereotypes. You know, all of you, you're not stereotypes.
And I can relate to Anna because she's this Latina woman. She has her own business, and you don't have any kids, and that is breaking so many rules.
Yes.
You're
Especially
breaking
in the Latino community.
You're, why not you have
absolutely.
kids? You're breaking all the rules, but that was perfect for us.
She's a trailblazer.
She is a
Anna And she's
trailblazer.
inspiring, and we're looking for love
And that's
together.
why-
Yes, yes.
That's why we have our different women, different opinions, and we always have great
Great
conversations.
conversation.
That's right.
That's right.
So-
Thank you, the two of you,
Thank
for
you.
including us
Thank
in
you.
this show. More Everyway Woman when we return. Coming up next, more Everyway Woman.
Are you in every way woman?
Everyway Women are concerned about real health issues and topics. Stay tuned as we get real about our health.
We're back with Everyway Woman, and real women may do it all, but they are not invincible. Healthcare is so important to Everyway Woman.
It is really important. It's very important that we create segments that's going to give women and men as much information as possible. And sometimes I feel like on talk shows, I think they've glamorized illness.
Yes, they do. They kind of make it, they glamorize it. They make it like, wow, this next cure, this next thing, where it's really, when it happens to you and your health is down, that's not how it
Well,
is.
and healthcare shouldn't be treated as something trendy.
Yes.
It should
And
be
that's what it
taken
has turned
seriously.
into. And we as patients, we already go into the unknown. And we really don't know what's going to happen. So we're trying to give or create segments where people know what questions to ask now. Because I know when my husband goes to the doctor, I make the appointment, I tell the nurse or the secretary on the other line, check him for this, and this.
Well,
'Cause
what's interesting-
he's going to remember.
Well, because we all, let's not lie, we all go on the internet and we self-diagnose.
Yes.
We Google everything.
Which is, I mean, it's a really bad habit of mine. I'm not going to lie.
Well, here's the thing: is that what is regulated on the internet, on search engines, is very minuscule. So people can put things out there that say that they do things they don't actually do. It's not until it's on the label that the FDA regulates
Well,
it.
and what's interesting is actually there are a lot of talk shows in the hot seat right now for endorsing these trends
Yes.
and
That's
true.
endorsing these
Yes,
medications
absolutely.
and pharmaceuticals without the proof. And you know, the viewers, the audience, the real women and men out there are trusting us. And
Yes.
we want to be able
Yes.
to give them the
Yes.
truth.
I found our segments really useful for me being single, somebody that never really looked into going to the doctor when I was younger.
Were you
But-
scared of that?
No, I was just living my life. But now it's like everything, I feel like, oh my God, my back hurts. What is it? You
Right,
know?
and sometimes the truth isn't pretty, and
No.
sometimes the solution isn't easy.
But my point was like going back to the segments that I watch, even when I'm on set, it's like, wow, that I didn't know that.
And you're right.
You know,
and what
I
she
didn't
said about
know
the
that.
truth not being pretty, it wasn't pretty for me to be in my 30s to find out that I have menopause. It was a lot. I was like, what is going on? But it
What
was
happened when
more
you-
disappointing with the doctors who wouldn't admit it. And they say, oh, no, you're too young.
They didn't listen to you,
They
and you
didn't
know
listen.
your body better than anyone.
Exactly.
And that's what a lot of people miss over, is that quite often they're already intuitively understanding what it is that they need or what's going on. But that having that intuition doesn't always help, because sometimes that intuition is scary.
Well,
And they don't want to know.
And it's so great for me to be able to have you ladies to discuss that with. And I know maybe even for some of you as well, because when you talk to your grandmothers or your mothers, they're not exactly always open with it. Yolanda has a really funny
I
story
talked
about
to my
this.
mom about and grandmother about menopause. I said, hey, what time did what age were you when you went into menopause? Oh, I don't remember. And my doctor told me to take Tums.
Tums.
And I'm like,
Really, yeah. That's going to help.
And it's for minorities, it's already a struggle for us to even talk about.
Why?
I don't know why. My mom knew she had a lump in her breast for at least 2 to 4 years before she said anything that turned out to be breast cancer.
Right, and that's
But
not
why
uncommon.
wouldn't she
They
say
think it's
something?
God's will.
Right, but also it's not uncommon, because if you think about those generations going back, they just didn't talk about those things. It was a no-no. Once it was said, it was solidified.
Well, the Latinos are different. The Latinos, not Latinos. In my family, they talk about, oh my God, mija, me duele esto. And like, they're always complaining.
No, in my family we don't. My mom
This
sent me
hurts.
to school with the chicken pox and told me that it was mosquito bites in the middle of winter.
No.
Yeah, it's because she didn't want to face that there was something wrong with us or that we were sick. And we had to be sent home by, principal to go,
That
you
they
can't
were
send your kids to school with chicken pox.
You know
Are
what's
you
interesting
serious?
though is
Oh
when,
my
when I
God.
was younger, and still to this day, I try and just power through. And I think women do that a lot rather than, we listen to our bodies, but we're trained to tolerate so much pain, whether it's through our hormones
That's
or menstrual
true.
cycles. And we
That's
think
true.
like, oh, it's just another pain. I'll get through this. Oh, it's a headache. And we don't
Yes.
necessarily always listen to the signs that we need to be listening to.
And we need to listen to those signs. Those signals are coming clear, because this is my thing. If you don't take care of it now, it's going to cost you more later. And that's the message that we'll keep trying to hammer home here on Everywhere.
Preventative care.
Not
Yes,
just that.
exactly.
If you understand what's going on and you can relate that to someone in our audience and they're connecting to it, it might give them that opportunity to then connect and reach out, go to the site or go take a doctor's visit.
And I'll Google. Watch your
Right, yeah. So now
Watch
Google,
your segments.
Watch Google. Watch Google.
Google isn't always right.
No, it isn't. I love Google, but
Well, and just because you have health insurance, you might not have health care. And it's really great to learn how to navigate that system and, sort that through, especially with what our government's, trying to figure out right now, having
And
this
getting-
forum to
yeah.
discuss it.
and
is
getting
important,
real information.
even if it's really scary. Take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Stay with us for tomorrow's stars.
Are you in every way woman?
Everyway women have hidden talents just like you do at home. Sometimes it's knowing how to fold the laundry, and sometimes it's singing that high note, even if it's in the shower.
Every Way Woman celebrates tomorrow's stars, but we have a few talents too. Anna, what are you keeping from us?
I paint. Draw.
You paint.
I draw, paint,
Well, that makes
big
sense.
paintings. Right?
But you can't. A woman's face is their canvas.
Yes.
So you paint women's faces
I
all
love
day
to
long.
blend.
You're an artist.
I'm an artist.
You're a true artist.
I also bake though.
Really?
Yes.
You
I had a business that, other than my other business, but when I first started, I used to bake.
You
with
know
my
what your
mom.
hidden talent is? You have a lot of businesses. Every time I talk to you, like, oh, I do voiceover.
I have this other business.
I do voiceovers
I do
too.
T-shirts. There's all type of stuff. So that's really cool. I love that you have all these hidden
Well,
talents.
I speak French. That's one of my hidden talents.
Oh,
Probably
aren't you
the whole thing.
self-taught?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say self-taught, but it's always been a passion of mine. I think I was French in a past life, person in a court
Okay.
somewhere, but
So-
it's always just been a part of me.
What is the best way to learn French? Because I've been trying to learn French.
The best way to learn French is to live in France.
Okay, if you
And at
can't
one
live in
point-
France.
No, but no, truly, like
Canada.
I moved to France for 6 months and I started dreaming in French. And it was one of the most beautiful moments when I woke up and I thought, wow, I truly understand. That said, I am very out of practice and it takes some good French wine to really get that accent under
I took
control.
French in college, and I
I
remember.
wait. I can top that. I took 3 years of high school French, and we were only.
You know what?
I
that's-
did YouTube French.
I try and speak Spanish, but I just say French words and try and make them sound Spanish, which I think a lot of people do when they try and speak another language.
Or say English words and try to make them sound French.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
You know
Okay,
what I say? Road trip to France. That's what I got.
Well, what are you hiding from
So
us?
I cannot sing, I cannot dance. Yes, none of that. But I can pick up on your habits. And I can start talking like you, and I can start moving.
So you're an
movement.
impersonator.
I can
Yes, you're-
impersonate people.
Okay.
That is true.
All the time.
That is true.
Yeah,
right now, right
sometimes
now,
I've seen-
Jocelyn.
I can't do it right now, but it's usually I can't do it.
Okay,
And
Stacey, right now.
Well, Stacey, I have to be moving because Stacey is different, but you have to have something about you. If you have a way you walk or you do something,
You're
I can.
an observer.
Yes, I can pick it up on it.
Madison?
Okay, so mine, I grew up in a military family, so mine is, I can call cadence and march a battalion.
Okay, we'll take those marching orders and come back after this break. More Everyway Woman.
You can do what?
I can march a whole battalion.
That is insane.
I was like,
That was a good one. That should have been.
Are you an everyway woman?
Coming up next, more Everyway Woman.
Are you an everyway woman?
Everyway Woman is breaking out, and our goal is to keep you informed no matter where you are or where you end up.
Welcome back to Everyway Woman. So if we had a crystal ball, where would we be? I'm wondering, what's next for Everyway Woman, Madison?
The world.
The
world
world.
is in our hands, and it's going to be better off for it.
I
So
agree.
prophetic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think that Everyway Woman has so many possibilities. And when we sit down, we talk about where can we go and what can we do and who can we reach. We want to reach everybody. I mean, our show is built to be national and international.
It's built to be taken out of the studio.
Yes, it is.
And you're a queen of nonprofit. I mean, you do so many speaking engagements.
For me, I mean, of course, it's getting to the top. But for me, it's more touching lives. You know, the whole incident with Starbucks, I would love to have more, to be able to
Right.
touch more lives, for
give
the next
people
person
hope,
to say, to tell me, you gave me hope.
Absolutely. If there was an Everyway Woman Dubai, that would be amazing. If we could have a show from there, because a lot of people internationally move there. A lot of people from Sweden, Germany. You have the Arab cultures there. It's really a different kind of melting pot, and so they're dealing with all different other kinds of issues when it comes to socializing with each other and being what people say tolerant, and that word bothers me, but being tolerant of each other and each other's differences.
Well, we have the opportunity to go beyond Southern California and reach out and reach into the lives of the places we grew up. I grew up in the Midwest. I want to go back there. I want to go to Chicago and my hometowns and really connect with those people. And it's such a great opportunity to give them a face,
It's
a
funny
voice.
you mentioned Midwest because that was one of the things when we actually put in consideration that our show, when we was talking about creating the show, the show is really built for Middle America, and I'm from Middle America.
We love you,
and
Middle America.
I know, Illinois, but the opportunities are great, but I can see us in workshops and networking events. Our green room comes alive. You should see the people networking in the green room. And it's great. It's because they see opportunity, they meet other like-minded women, and they just go crazy
Well,
in
and that's
there.
interesting you say like-minded women, because Everyway Woman isn't just the name of a show, it's a lifestyle. It's being an everyway woman.
And one of the things that's really important to us is that we participate and give back to our community. And this is one type of community that we live in here in Los Angeles, but there are many different types of communities that have different needs, and they have different hearts, and they move with a different rhythm. And we want to be able to reach out to all of those different, like a symphony coming together, right? You've got the drum, it makes a sound, it has its own beat, and you mix it
together.
with
Well,
the violin.
it's been beautiful because for the past 2 holiday seasons, Everyway Woman has adopted several families. And we went downtown Los Angeles and we wrapped the presents and we packed them and we hung ornaments on their Christmas trees. And, we shopped for the children. And it was such a beautiful thing because, I got her name and her age and all she wanted was Hello Kitty. And we really had just been blessed with the opportunity to, bring hope. And I'm so excited to be able to be a part of a platform that can really do that.
Yes, that shows the community that we care about.
Yeah, it does make you want to cry because when I think about, I remember when we did that, and then we also did the makeup bags for the girls at the orphanage. And when she told us, she's like, oh, the teenage girls, this is what they need, because everyone forgets about the teenagers, and it's really how we be, then she told me about the teen boys, and no one thinks about the teen boys.
And they need,
Yeah,
you know,
so they
and
do. Please, can we have some socks or some underwear?
some
boys, 'cause
socks
they
or
don't
some
get anything.
underwear and the undergarments. And
That's-
when we really
and
realize
that's how it
it's
came
beyond
about.
toys, it's basic
Right.
needs that we're providing.
But
for
that
people.
is where I envision every way woman ending up everywhere, and getting the women in that community to be involved in their community. Because I think that's become a lost art as well. As we move into technology, we become more isolated. And I'm sorry, Yolanda, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So we become isolated with technology, and sometimes we forget that it actually takes the hand to I'm sorry.
You women are gonna make me
You
fall
know,
here too.
Another thing is that our main goal with creating Everyway Woman was to get other women voices. We have a voice here in the United States, whether we like it or not. And there are other women around the world that do not have the voice that we have.
yeah.
And
You
they
know,
can't
and
stand up
that's
for
so
themselves.
personal to me
Yeah.
because my sister-in-law is, you know, from the Middle East, and she moved here and she got a voice, and our family was able to, you know, give that to her and help protect her in that, and that's such a blessing that we have in America.
And
Yeah.
being for me, Latina, you know, being able to touch other people's lives and tell them, yeah, you can do it too.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
look at me, like
Yes.
you can do it.
And
Don't
your
lose
voice
hope.
is really important, because the Latino woman she's still catching up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we had to, okay, now the black woman is, you know, she's caught up, because sometimes our culture, you know, can keep us down.
You know, I don't think it's a matter of even just the black woman or the Latino woman. It's all women and
Sharing our
and,
story.
and
Yeah.
bringing all women up, regardless of, you know, the age or race or socioeconomic
Right,
background.
that is,
We want to celebrate you, and we're going to continue to do that in the future in every way possible with Everyway Woman. Stay tuned.
And you know what?
Everyway Woman gives back to the community. Go to everywaywoman.com to find out how you can match our donations of undergarments for needy kids. Thanks for getting to know Everyway Woman.
This has been an Everyway Woman production.
Woman, 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 in every way. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my life, living day by day. Yeah, yeah. Are you an everyday woman? I'm an everyday woman, 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 in every way. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my life, living day by day. Yeah, yeah. Are you an everyday woman? I'm an everyday woman, 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 in every way. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my life, living day by day. Yeah, yeah. Are you an everyday woman?